So Ryan, have you seen any good movies lately?
And
Oh, I have not seen it, but I'm super curious about it. That's the one that's set in Korea, in Seoul, in South Korea. Is that right? Yeah, I would like to see it. Where did you see it at? I mean, we don't have movie theaters open now, so did you watch it like online or how did you see it? Oh, on Hulu. Okay. Yeah, I will think about that. We don't have Hulu, although we have plenty of other things. What kind of TV shows and dramas do you watch? Uh-huh. My wife has watched that. Okay. I'm for the one about, is it Aaron Hernandez or Anthony Hernandez, the football player? Did they ever, it seemed to me like it was potentially that he might have had that CTE from the kind of the getting too many concussions. Did they talk about that in the documentary? So as someone who's in their 50s, I just want to point out that just because you're 50 doesn't mean you have a damaged brain. But it does remind me of another movie I saw, Concussion. I think that was the title of it, with Will Smith, who played the doctor who kind of figured out what was going on with all the CTE with all the football. Have you seen that movie? Yeah, that's definitely a video worth watching too. Um, Will Smith plays a doctor, and I can't remember. I think he might have been a Nigerian doctor who came to the States, and kind of got pulled into, like, the NFL wanted him to come in and kind of just gloss over things and say, yeah, everything's fine. And as he was studying more and more and kind of realizing the depths of the problem with all the concussions, he really decided to take a stand and say, we got to preserve the health of these players and these men. So that was a pretty powerful movie to watch too. I'm trying to think of other movies that I've seen lately. Um, one show I saw, which was a really interesting show, was on HBO, called The Morning Show. No, not HBO. It was on Apple Plus. And my wife bought a new iPhone, and it gave us Apple Plus subscription for a year for free. So we watched that. And The Morning Show is kind of it's really like taking what happened with the Today Show, with Matt Lauer and all that, when it came out with all the sexual assault and things that happened on the Today Show. And it turned, it kind of showed that. And it's a really, really well done show. Have you heard of that one? Sure. So that Apple TV now has their own streaming channels, just like Netflix, called Apple Plus, or maybe it's Apple TV Plus. I don't know. It's hard to keep it all straight. So it's just another, Apple Plus is just another service like HBO Max or Hulu or Netflix. And so it's just a streaming service. And I think there are like 10 episodes for this show. Uh-huh.
When was that released?
Oh, I think it was probably like 5, 6 years ago, but I'm not sure. I know I watched on a flight sometime for when I was flying back from a thing for the Katie Center. So I watched it probably in the past 3 years, but it was a movie that was on an airplane, so it couldn't have been that recent. So I'm guessing probably 4 or 5 years ago.
And
Yeah, I think it was one of those where for the first couple of years after it, there was a big backlash. And then so many more players came out, um, former NFL players. And it was shown how prevalent CTE is in those players. So I feel like the NFL has kind of shifted. Um, did you play football growing up? Yeah. So I played up through kind of the middle of high school. Um, and I actually was kind of the same size I am now when I was in 8th grade. So I was a big football player, quarterback and running back and linebacker. Um, and then I actually, when I was my ninth grade year, I tackled kind of the star running back from another team and hit him with my helmet right in his hip. And he actually broke his hip and had to be carried off in an ambulance. Um, and that kind of spoiled football for me, just like it was just too violent. So when my own son was kind of going through middle school and high school, he was playing football. And it was very much a hard thing for me to navigate, feeling like knowing what I know about concussions and all the damage that can go along with that. Um, it was hard to know where to support him in wanting to play and also wanting to make sure that he's safe. So fortunately, or for good or ill, he was a quarterback his sophomore year and got his ankle broken in practice and then was out the whole rest of the year. And that kind of ended his football career. So, um, but at least his head was safe. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it was, um, let's see, ninth grade. So I was like 14. So, you know, 36 years later, I still vividly remember that and watching the person carried off in a stretcher. Yep. Well, I think we're about out of time. So it was interesting. It's interesting how our conversation about movies can go in different directions, but I really enjoyed talking with you.